Hey everybody, Sean Thatcher, Fab That Inc. So I've been in this shop 12 years, and I've been here the last 3 days. It still looks like a wreck, but man, I know it looks like a wreck, and it is still a wreck. But I made some big progress this weekend. I've had this shop for, like I say, for 12 years. I had a little welding business in here at one point. 7 years ago, me and my wife started our restaurant business and our catering business. And it kind of took off and kind of took control of our whole life. So for the last 7 years, this girl, I basically just locked the doors, and the only time I came in here was to pile stuff in here. So I spent the last 3 days cleaning. Borrowed a skid steer and a dump truck off a friend of mine, and moved everything that I couldn't physically lift by myself. I picked it up, either put it where it needed to be, threw it away, or gave it away. Now there's still, I didn't get 10% done what I wanted to get done, but I've been out here for 12 hours straight for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I've been out here. It's still a wreck. As you can see, all of my lighting is burnt out. There's literally two bulbs burning in here, 3 bulbs burning in here. So once I get this shop cleaned out, I'm gonna come in here and put all new lighting in, put all new air system in here, new air compressor, couple things I'm gonna change in here and kind of make it a little more up to date, make a little something I'm be happy to, I'm proud to have people come and visit me and see it. And also I'm planning to do some of this kind of stuff, some YouTube videos, stuff on Instagram, as I try to get myself back in the metal fabricating. I don't say business, but just I'm not going to do it as a business. I'm going to do it for myself. I'm not taking customers' jobs. I'm not doing any kind of stuff like that. What I might try to do is work on the stuff that I'm going to keep for myself and for my wife. She's got a 64 Beetle. I bought it for her for her second wedding anniversary, and we did some work on it and got it running and driving, got it looking pretty cool. Need a starter put in it, and it runs and drives, but like I say, need a starter put in it. I want to bag it, and she's wanting me to chop the top on it. If anybody's ever welded on a Volkswagen, I mean, it's like welding pot metal together. Like it's the worst metal I've ever welded on. And then I've got my 50 2-door that I'm eventually going to get around to working on. Nothing at the moment. I might just lower it a little bit, drive it around. I want to keep it drivable for now. I don't want to get it down to where do something to it that I can't hop in it, start it up, and drive it, go out to dinner, go cruise it, whatever. I got my side-by-side back there. I might do some things to it later on down the road. But my problem is, well, before I get to that, I have a couple of old mini trucks. I have an 82 Ford Cougar. Now, if anybody knows me, knows that mini trucks is where I started. Kind of got into building some bikes and some other stuff later on, but mini trucks is really where where all this started for me. And so I have a 82 Ford Cougar that I'm going to build. That's going to be the first vehicle that I bag again. Now, I've never bagged one of those trucks before. I've never done anything to one of those trucks. I owned one. I owned a 70, '79, I think it was. It was my very first vehicle that I ever owned. It was a '79 Ford Courier. Bought it in Richmond, Kentucky. And basically it was a piece of crap. Paid $300 for it, but $300 to me at that time was might as well have been $1 million. But so I'm going to build that little truck first. That's going to be knocking the rust off of things, you know. And if it ain't, it's not. I'm not trying to make show vehicle. I'm not trying to, you know, make it perfect. It's not ever going to be painted. It's just going to look like it looks, just bagged, and might put a big motor in it or something. Might put a. I got a couple things laying around for it. Another truck that I've kept through all these years, I went and got today while I was cleaning. I went and got this out of storage. It's a Nissan hardbody truck that I started. Me and Chris Pollock started it back probably 2009, somewhere in there. We took a Nissan Pathfinder, and cut it in half and extended the doors, because if you buy those ones, the crew cab hard body trucks from Australia or New Zealand, things like that, and get them shipped over here, they're pretty cool. But I think the back doors I've always thought the back doors are too short, too small. So me and him got together and collaborated, and when he was working for me, and extended the rear doors, so that part's done. I've still got a lot to do, don't get me wrong, but that's another project that's I have the frame on the frame table right now. I have a pretty awesome motor. I'll save some of this stuff for other videos as we go along, but I just wanted to kind of get on here and introduce what I'm trying to do here. Basically, I'm just trying to get back into this again, and I want to bring all you guys along with me. Some of my old friends that know me from back in the you know, welding, fabricating, customizing, car show, car club days. You know, I've been out of this for, you know, like I say, 7 or 8 years now, and it's been eating at me the last few, because you know, the restaurant's you know, doing really well, and that's still going to be my main focus. And also, in between all that stuff, I'm going to be building a couple smokers. If anybody would like to see that, it's just basically just welding, cutting, and fabricating things, and you know, that's the kind of stuff I enjoy doing too. You know, that's how I got into the restaurant business, doing the barbecue business. Was I built myself a smoker, and I started doing this, started cooking, you know, for myself here around the shop and for dinner and stuff like that. When I was, you know, had a different job, and I'd come home on the weekends and I'd smoke meat. Well, it's turned into me making a living for myself, and it's kind of, you know, that's pretty cool, I think. So I'm going to build a few smokers that are going to be my new smokers for the restaurant at some point. And I'm trying to think what other little projects I've got around here. Like I said, the Courier, the hard body, the Volkswagen, the 50. I've also got a 1950 Mack truck cab. It was basically pulled it off a river bank. Basically, it was sitting behind a friend of mine's house, and he wanted it gone, and I went and drug it out and brought it over here. Basically, cut the bottom 3/4 of the cab off. I chopped the top. It's sitting right there. I chopped the top. I can't even remember now. It's been so long since I've done that. The body's basically just cleat-coated together. I built a inner structure to hold the cab on. But that's another project, you know, for maybe later on down the road. But upon all this, doing all this is, you know, like I say, just something that I enjoy doing, and I hope you guys follow along with me. I'm going to get a YouTube channel going before too long, and I don't want y'all to think I'm just out here, you know, that I forgot all this shit, because I haven't. But I know I'm rusty. I'm going to have, you know, a lot of problems figuring this shit out again, because a lot of stuff I forgot, a lot of stuff that you know, I'm actually nervous about it, to be honest with you. I'm nervous about it. I'm excited about it. I am looking forward to it. I got some pretty cool stuff that I've had stashed back for years, and still got a lot of work to do. So I can only be in here a couple days a week. So it's going to take me a little bit to get it all cleaned up, get it all set back up. I mean, a lot. I mean, it's still staggering, and I've worked, basically the last 36 hours in here, the last 3 days, and it really, if you just walked in here, you'd be like, this place is, what did you even do? But I know what was in here before. I literally couldn't walk in here. Like, I couldn't have even changed my oil in here if I needed to change the oil in my car. I couldn't have got it in here to change the oil in the car or in my truck. So that's where we're at. That's kind of what we're doing. There again, I'm not going to do this as a business. I'm going to do this as once I get my personal projects done and on the road and completely drivable, will I go out and find something and try to build it and sell it? Maybe. But that's years down the road. I mean, I've got literal years of work sitting here in front of me. Got a couple days a week. You got to live life. You can't always be in the shop every single day of when you're off work. But I'm planning to be out here, if I don't have something going on for the restaurant, catering job, or some kind of anything that I've got to do, because that's my top priority. That's how I make a living and pay my bills, and so that's top priority. But this stuff is this stuff's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen, one way or another. It's happening. So just stay tuned, stay in touch, and we'll figure it out. And thank y'all for watching and following along, and love you and see you. Peace.